Hello, welcome back to our channel. My name is Julie, otherwise known as Mrs. Frugal Trash to Cash. If you're new here, welcome. My husband, Justin, and I are both full-time resellers. Our main platform is eBay, but we also sell a little bit on Poshmark too. October will be our 3-year anniversary from being full-time resellers, and this is how we completely support our family. And that is something I want to talk about in today's video. So I actually have kind of two parts to the video. One will be 3 days of sales where I'll go over what's sold, how much we paid for it, how much it sold for, and how much profit we made. But I also wanted to touch upon the age-old question, can you really survive on just reselling? If you don't have a YouTube audience, if you don't have like followers buying stuff, etc., like, can you survive? So what really got me thinking about this is if you watch mainly reseller videos, you probably already know that ADH Dave, formerly known as NC Baker, just quit his 6-figure salary job. And everybody was in uproar, like, how was he going to survive? And then Harry Tornado did a video kind of defending him and showing people how much he makes, or how much at least Josh thought he made, reselling and on content creation and affiliates and all of that stuff. So then Dave went back and made his own video and pretty much broke it all down. And I think when it came down to it, he made like $3,000 a month reselling and like $9,000 a month on all his different social media platforms, YouTube, affiliate, podcast, all of that stuff. So obviously that didn't really scream, yeah, you can make it just being a full-time reseller. So I kind of wanted to give you my backstory and how we managed to support our family of 3 just reselling. But I feel like in order to do that, I kind of need to go back in time and give you a little bit of a background on us. I've touched upon this briefly, I think in a video maybe where I did like, I answered questions. It was probably only like my 3rd or 4th video, but chances are you didn't see that video because not many people did back then. So I'll recap now. If you did see it, feel free to fast forward. So all the way back in, would that have been, what year is it? 2023, 5 years ago in January. I guess that's 2018 is 5 years ago. I think so. 18, 19, 20, 21. Yes, 2018. We had over $900 a month in car payments. And I was really struggling being unhappy at work. Justin and I both were full-time bakers. We worked at the same job. He worked nights, I worked days. He was actually like the main boss that ran the place. And I was like a daytime baker. And I just was getting really unhappy. And then it was like a reality, like, I can't leave this job. We have $900 in car payments. Chances are I'd take a pay cut if I went somewhere else. I could end up unhappy at another place. Like, just, you know, all those scary thoughts. And I just did not like the fact that I was stuck somewhere because I chose to take out loans. So I vowed on January 1st, 2018, that we would be debt-free, excluding the mortgage, by March 2019 was my goal, but we ended up doing it before then. So we had a van at that time that was only a year old, and we still owed, I think, like $26,000 on it or something. And then we had a car loan that I think only had like $4,000 or $5,000 left on it. So we hit it hard that year. And by October, we paid our van off, and it was only 19 months old at that time. And we paid our car off by December of that year. Ow, I just bit my tongue while I talked. Wow. Of December of that year. And then we were debt free. And then we were finally able to start investing, like for retirement. We opened IRAs, and we've always like had a savings account, but we continue to build on our savings account. So by the end of July of 2019, work was getting really bad for me, and I decided to quit. And I ended up just taking off, like, I guess 7 or 8 months. I just kind of needed to get my head straight, and I just took on a role as being domestic goddess of our house. I couponed and just kind of got our expenses down low, and Justin loved it because he worked nights and it was just so hard. And so I took care of everything else in the house, and all he had to do was sleep and pretty much go to work. So it worked out really well. And we were able to completely live with no problems on just his salary. Well, then the pandemic came, and right at the beginning, Justin lost his job of 16 years. And it wasn't just a partial layoff, he permanently lost it. They decided to close for a while and then go in a different direction when they were going to reopen eventually. And he made a very good salary, and they just didn't want to pay that much anymore. So he was done. He lost his job. So thankfully, we had put the work in beforehand. We had a year's worth of expenses in our savings account. And so we kind of had the, I can't think of the word. I'm going to have to cut this out probably. So we had the luxury, that's the word I was looking for. We had the luxury of taking our time, deciding what we were going to do. Justin ended up getting another job for a short period of time, but the world just wasn't opening up fast enough, and they couldn't afford to keep paying as many staff members as they hired, so he was let go again. And I had kind of always just sold our own stuff around the house, and so I said, okay, I'm going to try reselling, and seeing if I can make it. So October 1st, I made the announcement, I am going to be a full-time reseller. I had never really resold anything but my own stuff, but I was so desperate to not have to work for anyone. That's what I decided to do. And Justin, like I said, went back to work. He was only there for 6 weeks before he was let go, but he was kind of helping me out too, because he was only working sometimes 4 days a week if they didn't need him the full 5. And he worked early in the morning and was done by 1 in the afternoon. So he would come thrifting with me and stuff. So I just started dabbling and building our eBay business. Well, when he lost his job 6 weeks later, I was like, all right, kind of join me in this and let's see what we can do. Because we had a low amount of bills every month, and because we had money in savings, we were able to just jump right into it and see where it led. And honestly, it only took probably, I think, about 3 or 4 months, and we were making enough to completely pay all of our bills every month. And, we never had to touch our savings at all. So they're still kind of hanging out there, gaining a nice bit of interest every month, thanks to these high interest rates. So we always, we have this safety net, which is very comforting. So I guess what I wanted to touch upon is, I feel like it's completely doable, but I also feel like you have to either be one heck of a reseller, or you have to kind of have your financial sugar in order, if you know what I'm saying. So I just wanted to give you a basic outline of our life. And I know everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, your bills are so low, your cost of living, blah, 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 all that stuff. And yes, I know. We live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We purchased our house 14 years ago for a little over $100,000. It's now worth probably somewhere in the 190s, close to 200,000, but that's what we paid for it. And we only have, I think, $34,000 left on our mortgage, so we're working on it. But we purchase insurance because that is something you have to think of. I see comments all the time. Well, you can be a full-time reseller if you have a spouse that works to provide your insurance. No, you can buy insurance on your own. You can go to an independent, and buy it yourself, or you can go through the marketplace, the federal marketplace, aka Obamacare. That's how we get our insurance. So for our family of 3, we pay, I think it's $768 a month for insurance. So that is almost the same as my mortgage payment. So it's kind of crazy, but we pay that every month. We also each invest $500 in our IRAs every month, because you can do $6,000 per person a year. So it breaks down to $500 a month. So $1,000 a month in IRAs, $786 or $68, whatever I said it was, in insurance. And so if you add that all together, plus, our mortgage, electric, life insurance, gas, water, phones, internet, I could go on and on, plus food and gas, and then a $200 miscellaneous buffer every month. We need $4,150 to survive every month. So if you times that by 12, like our bare bones that we need to survive a year is $50,000. And just to give you an idea, we netted over $77,000 reselling last year. So yeah, it is completely doable. But you have to have lower expenses or you have to make a lot of money. But I just thought you might be interested in our breakdown of how we do reselling and that it is completely possible to purchase your own insurance, still invest in retirement accounts, and support your family and do it all just by reselling. And if you think, oh, well, she's on YouTube, I have made less than $300 on my YouTube channel. I've only had it monetized for a couple months now, and I don't have that many followers. So YouTube is not making me money. I have Amazon affiliate links. I've made like $22, I think, in the last like 3 months. So yeah, I'm not really making money anywhere else besides reselling, and that's okay. Will I eventually like to make money on YouTube? Sure, that would be great, but I'm not relying on that for my income. I will always be a reseller that dabbles in YouTube, and that's fine by me, and it's making us a decent living reselling, and obviously I hope that our numbers will be even better this year. All right, up next, we're gonna discuss the sales. So we're going to go over 3 days worth of sales. So this was Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. I had already shown like Monday's sales in the last video, so that's why I decided to just do a couple days, because honestly doing those 1 week long videos takes me so long to like look everything up and figure it out. So we're going to try batching it into a small amount. So in the 3-day period, let's see, that's 4, this is 3. 3-day period, we sold 45 items total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those items were on Poshmark and the rest were on eBay. So I'm just going to go over with you the items and kind of show you we had some really good highs and we had a lot of really low lows. Our business is we sell whatever and we hope to make a lot of money off of it, but I'm running 2 clearance sales now, one 70% off and one 50% off of like old stock clothing items. So we're selling a lot of really low dollar items, but it all adds up in the end. You will find resellers that say, I don't sell anything for under $50, you know, but for us, it's a mixture. You know, we have the really good items and then we have the bread and butter items, and it works for us. So you do you. If you only want to sell high items, cool. If you want to concentrate more on like the quantity of items you sell, and so it doesn't matter if it's a lower price, that works too. All right, let's get into it. The first thing we sold, I'll put them up on the screen there, is this vintage Kmart shirt. This came in the lot of $400 lot of items I bought ages ago, and now I'm just trying to clear out the last few pieces. So it sold for $8.99 and we made a $6.92 profit. Up next were these Merrell slip-on shoes. We grabbed these at a church sale for only $1. They sold for $32 and we made a $25.52 profit. Justin found this Free People sweater at the bins. It looked like a wild animal had attacked it. Does that mean I'm old? It was like all purposely like shredded on the edges. He brought it out of the bag and showed it to me and I was like, what the heck did you buy? And then I realized it was Free People and it was made to be that way. It sold for $33.24, so obviously the man knew what he was doing. We paid $1.15 and we made a $24.32 profit. Then we sold this pair of Hey Dudes. We picked those up at the thrift store for $2.99. They sold for $25. We made a $17.35 profit. This cool Disney sweatshirt we grabbed at a yard sale for $1. I actually bought a whole pile of clothing, most of it Disney. I think all of it Disney actually, at a garage sale, and they were all $1 a piece. It sold for $29.99 because it was like a vintage Disney sweatshirt, and we made a $21.67 profit. Star Wars game. If you watched our last video, we talked about the haul of the box of like books and roleplay, Dungeons and Dragons, all that stuff. Well, this was one of the games in it. So I listed it for $99.99 and they used my 5% off coupon. So it sold for $94.99. We paid, when we averaged out how many items are in the box and the $25, 97 cents for it. And we made a $78.10 profit. Up next was this vintage vest. We've had this vest for a while. It was in my clearance sale, sold for $6. We paid 54 cents at the bins, and we made a $3.55 profit. Up next, Young Justice. I have no idea what that means. What is Young Justice? I don't know, but its picture's going to be on the screen. I should really write better notes for myself. It sold for $26.99. Oh, it's the book. It's a book. I remember now. Young Justice. It was like a Batman book from that box also. Wow. Yes, sold for $26.99. We paid 97 cents and we made a $21.81 profit. This Talbot's item sold for $8.99. It was in one of the sales. We paid 99 cents and we made a $5.58 profit. Build-A-Bear, it was this cute Build-A-Bear like swimming lot. That was from the big tub of Build-A-Bear and American Girl stuff I bought for $10 at a garage sale. This sold for $10. I'm well into the profit, so we made a $7.06 profit. Up next is this very pretty, like heavily beaded Lucky Brand top. I picked it up at a 99-cent sale. I just thought it was so pretty, but it was a really small size. It ended up selling in the 70% off sale for $7.50, and we made a $4.64 profit. This Chico's, it was like a gauzy top, sold for $17.99. We paid 99 cents, and we made a $13.76 profit. Up next was this Athleta sweatshirt. This was new with tags, and we snagged it on 99-cent day. It was pretty exciting. I ended up taking an offer of $34.99 on it because I just wanted to move it, and it's a kind of a wintry item, so I could have definitely probably held out and got more for it, but that's okay. And I ended up making a $26.18 profit. There we go. Up next is this Lane Bryant top. It was in my major sale price of only $2.56 after coupons. We only paid 35 cents. We made $1.03 profit, but it sold to someone that watches my channel. Trust me, I do not get many viewer sales, so that was pretty exciting. So thank you so much, Debbie, for your purchase. This pretty Cynthia Rollins dress, Cynthia Raleigh, I guess it is, dress was purchased on 99-cent day. It sold for $17.99, and we made a $13.71 profit. Up next is this plus size Liz and Me, like kind of like peasant tunic. It was also in the sale, sold for $8, paid 99 cents, made a $4.53 profit. This White House Black Market top was really cute, and it was new with tags, but I had had it forever, so it made it into the sale. So $8 was its sale price. We paid 63 cents at the bins, and we made a $4.86 profit. Up next was this curl bar. Justin sold it for $72. Okay, we sold it, but you know, when it's the weight stuff, I always kind of give him credit for it. And we made a $55.02 profit on it. This Old Navy top, you might have seen this previously because I sold it previously, and the person got it and said, oh, I didn't realize the neckline was high. I had one similar and it was a scoop neckline. I'm going to return it. So they paid the return shipping. They paid the original shipping, got it back, resold it for $16.99 and made a $12.09 profit. So I think I actually made a couple more dollars than I made the last time. This Chico's blouse sold for $10. We paid 43 cents and we made a $7.34 profit. A couple very small weights, they sold for $14.99. We paid $1.50 and made a $9.42 profit. And then I had this bundle sale on eBay. It was some Ralph Lauren pants that were like majorly on sale for $6, but then they paid for full price for a Chico's top that I had listed that I got for 99 cents. So total, we made a $24.33 profit on the two items. All right, sold two sweaters back to back, you know. it's cold somewhere. Okay, they actually went in the United States, so I don't think it was cold where they went to, but maybe they saw a good deal and decided to grab it. So this polo sweater, I accepted an offer of $20. We paid $2.31 at the bins, and we made a $13.93 profit. This Catherine sweater was grabbed on 99-cent day. It sold for $16.99, and we made a $14.45 profit. This Talbot's dress, that was a nice one. Justin found this at the bins. New with tags, 100% silk Talbot's dress. He paid only $1.02. I listed it for $49.99, and the person bought it using my 5% coupon. So it sold for $47.49, and we made a $38.15 profit. So that was pretty cool. This Vince Camuto dress, we got completely for free. It was someone like put an ad up where they had a bunch of clothes free in their driveway and come help yourself. And Justin went and grabbed some things. So we sold it for $22, and we made a $17.66 profit. These Skechers sandals, I accepted a $14 offer. We paid $125 at the bins, and we made an $8.50 profit. I sold a pair of the Allegria sandals from that big shoe buy where I had the $7 buy cost for each item. They sold for $25.99, and we made a $13.41 profit. The biggest sale of this 3-day period, lamps. If you watched one of my, it was a pretty early on haul video, I found these two. You'll see the picture. Amazing lamps. And you can see I put in the title, Golden Girl vibes. They just screamed 1980s. I listed them, and honestly, I forgot about them. I never really did anything with the price. I didn't relist them. They've just been hanging out there. I totally forgot about them. And we were driving home from our road trip, and my phone cha-chinged, and they sold for full price using the 5% off coupon. So they sold for $166.26. We paid $14 at the bins, and we made a $101.58 profit. So that was a pretty cool sale. All right, this Torrid top was also in the one of the 50% off sales, I think. We paid $1.01. We made a $6.26 profit. Betsy Johnson shoes sold for $15. We paid $1.66, and we made an $8.37 profit. This X-Ray brand jacket I picked up on 99-cent day. Someone offered me $15, and I was just excited to get a jacket out of my inventory this time of year, so we made a $10.15 profit. Under Armour pants sold for $14. We paid $1.15 at the bins, made an $8.76 profit. I can't read my writing again. What does that say? I don't know. Something sold for $15. We paid 99 cents. We made a $10.14 profit, and you'll see whatever that something is on the screen. All right, another comic book from that lot where we paid 97 cents per book sold for $19.99. We made a $16.69 profit. And this Ann Taylor dress sold for $10. We grabbed it on 99-cent day, so it sold for a $6.11 profit. And now we have our few Poshmark sales. This dress, it was a plus size dress, sold for $17, and we made a $12.61 profit. This polo vest Justin grabbed at the bins, sold for $32, and we made a $23.81 profit. These Tory Burch sandals were really beat, but Justin picked them up at the bins, and by weight, they cost less than $1. They sold for $19, and we made a $14.47 profit. He sold the other Guitar Hero guitar. We sold one in our previous video for $35. He paid $3 something, and we made a $24.22 profit. We sold these Clark sandals. I think we paid $1 for them. They sold for $21, and we made a $13.78 profit. Earth Origin shoes sold for $22, and we made a $13.79 profit. These Mad Love shoes, we have had these Mad Love shoes, I swear, for like a year and a half. Someone sent me a $7 offer, and I was like, hallelujah, leave my life. So, and we still made $2.52. And the last item to sell was another pair of Clark's shoes. They sold for $29, and we made a $20.19 profit. So when all was said and done, the 45 items we sold made us a $787.67 67-cent profit. So 3 days, $787. So those were a decent 3 days, especially in July. Everybody's talking about summer slowdown. We had a cruddy June, but that could also be because we vacationed for a large portion of it. But our July has been coming in strong, and I am so happy. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, you just want to tell me how low my monthly bills are and how much your mortgage is, whatever you want to talk about, put it in the comments below. I would prefer if it wasn't mean, but you know, even mean comments help boost me in the algorithm, so I guess go for it. I'll try to develop a thicker skin. I appreciate you watching so much. Hit the like button, subscribe, you know, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.